Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Going for 12 for a swat. Busting all the bells out the box. Just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
What's up guys, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to improve your stamina. All this information is going to be coming from the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave it linked down below so you guys can check it out. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. So before we get started, I like to explain an analogy I like to use when I'm trying to explain to my beginner clients, maybe coming back from an injury or who haven't played soccer in a long time, the reason why we do these type of trainings and for the the time period. So what I like to use is like a car example. So imagine at the beginning of your 4-week phase, getting back into shape, you're a car with a very old car with a small engine and a small fuel tank. When you're driving this car, are you going to be flooring it, driving as fast as possible? Probably not, because number one, you're probably going to run out of gas much quicker, and you never know, the car might burn out, might break down just because it's older, it has a small fuel tank, and the engine can't take that much of that force. So the same thing applies to your body. When you first start off, you're going to have a small fuel tank and your engine is going to be a lot smaller, but that's why you start off with the long slow distance running, so that you can build up to building a bigger engine, a stronger engine, and something that could hold more fuel in that tank. So the first 4 weeks, you're going to be focusing on long slow distance, whether that be swimming, biking, or even running. So during this period, you're going to be running 5 to 6 times a week, just nice and slow. And when I tell my clients like the intensity, you should be able to hold a light conversation with somebody. That's the intensity you should be running at. So after you complete those first 4 weeks, you should be feeling a lot better already. So weeks 4 to 8, this is when you start to go into the preseason training. And going into that preseason training, you want to focus on your weaknesses as an athlete. So everyone's going to be different. For example, for me, I want to focus, more on the speed, but maybe for someone else, they might want to focus more on the endurance. So that's very dependent on what you need to work on as an athlete. So once you figure that out, then you can figure out, okay, I'm going to do, a lot more long runs, or I'm going to implement more, sprint training, explosive training, agility training, and etc. So I'm going to have this little chart up for you guys so you guys can know how often you should do that type of training. So like I said, the preseason is meant to focus on what you need to work on as an athlete. And during this time, you're not going to be training as much as you did in the off season, but the intensity is going to go up and the duration is going to be going down. Or you can maintain it as well. The moment you go in the in-season, that's when you're going to have your game days, and then you got to make sure that you have your recovery days. So when you're in that in-season, you want to make sure that you're not doing something super high intensity a couple days right before your game day, because it may lead to you having an injury, which you do not want. So making sure that you have your light days, and then you're kind of tapering off for those game days is going to be super important. But I hope some of these tips give you guys a better understanding on how you should progress yourself throughout the season and throughout the year to ensure that you guys don't end up getting any injuries or leading yourself to overtraining, which is something that you don't want to do, because that's going to be detrimental to your performance and you don't want that. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. If you guys are interested in a cookie cutter, just something like a sample program, comment down below, leave a like, and also leave your email so that I can email that to you guys. But thank you guys for everything. I hope you guys found this video useful, so that you can take some of this knowledge and then apply it to your own your own training, to ensure that you don't end up overtraining, making sure that you can prevent as many injuries as possible, because I see this a reoccurrence all the time, where a lot of strength and conditioning coaches end up overtraining their athletes, and they don't realize that the amount of games that they're playing throughout the season ends up leading them to, overuse, overtraining, and then that leads to them developing an injury. So I'm trying my best to, teach as many players as possible to take it nice and slow, to listen to your body at the end of the day, and to make sure that you progressively overload to ensure that your body can withstand all these different types of stresses and loads, so that you can optimize yourself at the best of your ability without injuring yourself. So that should be the goal for every athlete. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you guys again for all the support. I'll be posting a lot more, and just stay tuned. Turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on another video. Like Nathan says, and like we all say, it's a great day to get better, and I'll see you guys in the next video.